there was a channeling from Gaia about calling this year, these few years, the labyrinth years. And there was a description of that contrasted a labyrinth and a maze. And even though we use those words interchangeably, it seems like there really is a difference. So in a labyrinth, we enter from whichever direction the entrance is facing, one entrance, and we take our time if we want to, one step in front of the other. They're usually not very broad, and it's sometimes circular or like a spiral, not always. And if we just keep putting one foot in front of the other, eventually we will reach the center of the spiral. And from there, we can stay there, we can sit there for a while, but it's kind of narrow. And eventually we will want to leave the labyrinth. So all we need to do is turn around and retrace our steps. And again, put one foot in front of the other, and till we find our way back out. So it's a natural progression in and a natural progression back out. And we feel supported by the earth and by the path itself. A maze is designed in a different way. It could be designed for fun, or it could be designed to confuse us. You know, in the Greek mythology, they had the Minotaur, that the only way they trapped him was to trap him in a maze from which he could find no escape. And so in a maze, you can enter from a variety of different directions, and there's a possibility of exiting from a variety of different pathways or directions as well. Only a lot of them are false. They're not real exits. They lead to dead ends. They lead to other rooms. They lead in all kinds, they lead back to the direction that you came. So you lose your sense of orientation. If you have a feeling of north or south or magnetics or anything else, you just get lost. You lose your compass, maybe your life's compass as well. So the way out, there is a way out when it comes to a maze. The people that do a lot of these say that if you just put your hand in one particular area, whether it's a wall or a bush or however they've designed it, or a cornfield, and if you put, for instance, your right hand on that same spot and you just keep tracing it around, no matter where it goes, if it goes around to the other side and then around again, if you just keep holding on from right there, then you will eventually find your way out. Might be the long way, but you will eventually find your way out. So that's a maze, and they might be fun for a while, but not for a long time. I think we get frustrated with them, and yet that's exactly what's happening in the world right now. Many people are stuck in a maze from where it seems like there is no escape. One of the things that I found most interesting, actually, someone else reminded me of this during the week, is that one of the, I don't know if it's this way all over the world or just here in the US, but for a while now, they've had these entertainment centers called escape rooms popular, right? And so that's, you know, between a set of clues, and you can use it as a party or anything else. What you have to do is just find your way out of a room or a maze by being calm and intelligent and figuring out what the clues are, and cooperation with others. And that's it. So a lot of people don't like them. I've never tried one. And they tell you at the beginning that you're going to be safe. They give you all kinds of rules, and they're timed. So you know that no matter what, in an hour or however long it is, you will be released from this thing. Doesn't sound like fun to me, just as bad as a roller coaster or something. You won't catch me there, but I understand that they can be fun. So it's kind of interesting that it's playing itself out in the real world as well. I would like to suggest or encourage, I encourage myself, that for the time being, and while things seem a little confusing, that we just consider this a labyrinth. We are working our way towards the center and the way out at the same time. Because if we really look at labyrinths for more than a flat on the earth place, we would see that the whole thing is more like a sphere. So we're working our way in and out at the same time, supported by the earth, supported by frequencies and forces of the earth, and by our own contributions, the things that we have learned about ourselves and about this time, and how to remain awake and how to remain calm when put in front of the other one day after the next day, and we will find our way out through, better put, through this kind of gap that we are in right now, where we really can't tell that much about what's happening next.